Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio. We've got a late start for you today here down in Laredo. The first game went the full 7 innings, and actually the team that was behind came back and won, I think, in the bottom of the 7th in that team. It was a 1-0 game. It was a tie game, and they played neck and neck, 2-1 game. Let's talk about the Mustangs and who we have on the field today for the Grapevine Mustang baseball varsity roster. Number 2, Zach Goldstein, is a sophomore, a likely starter for the Mustangs in the outfield. He's also a pitcher. Number 4, Brenton Lee, senior for the Mustangs. He'll be a shortstop most likely. Do we have a lineup? Do you have a lineup? Actually, let me go ahead and give you the lineup that we got from Coach here for the game. Made the trip down this morning. Nice flight from American Airlines. Okay, here we go. Zach Goldstein leading off in center field, number 2. Gianni Corral, number 24, DH. Lolly Esquivel in left field, number 21. Jarrett Boswell, first baseman, number 12. Ryan Williams, he'll be playing third base tonight, number 9. Peyton Tatum will be at second base. He's number 13. Brady Boozer will be in right field, number 8. Drew Finnegan will be behind the plate catching, number 7. Brenton Lee playing shortstop, number 4. And JoJo Kubo will be on the hill tonight for the Mustangs, number 11. Pitching to bring it home for him against the Cigarroa Toros. Cigarroa is a Laredo ISD school, I believe, and we're looking forward to getting this thing underway. I think at one point they said 20 minutes before start time. I thought that was a few moments ago, but I guess not. Let's keep the chat going. We actually have some cool emojis for you this year to be able to use. If you'd like, there's an opportunity for you to use a baseball or a Mustang or even a Cigarroa emoji from the Tradio membership ability if you want to join here. Teams are ready. We got 2 camera angles. Mr. Tim Polster on the main camera, and thank you to Unitrade Stadium and the operations crew for setting us up with a camera angle behind home plate. I'm up here sitting high and able to check things out. Mustangs are the visitors tonight. Up here with Jay Finnegan, who put all the effort, well, along with others on the Booster Club, to organize this trip to Laredo. We'll sit here and we'll listen to the sounds that they're playing right now, and we'll bring you Mustangs Baseball Live in just a moment.
This afternoon's game is going to be Grapevine Mustangs against the Cigarroa Toros. I'll go ahead and announce the lineup for your Grapevine Mustangs. Number 2, Zachary Goldstein playing center. Number 24, Gianni Corral, DH. 21, Lane Esquivel, left field. Number 12, Jarrett Boswell, first base. Number 9, Ryan Williams, third base. Number 13, Peyton Tatum, second base. Number 8, Brady Boozer, right field. Number 7, Drew Finnegan, the catcher. Number 4, Brenton Lee, your shortstop. And number 11, your pitcher, JoJo Kubo. For your Cigarroa Toros, defensively, number 2, C. Olin pitching. Number 7, R. Flores, shortstop. Number 13, Barrios. Center field, number 10, A. Flores. Second base, number 16, C. Ramirez. Catcher, number 3, F. Nunez. First base, your DH hitter, number 15, R. Vélez. Number 11, your right fielder, Gutierrez. Number 18, A. Reynada. Your left fielder, and your center fielder, check that, your third baseman, C. Dueñez, number 8.
Okay, so the PA guys here at the stadium have actually announced the starting lineup. And I don't know if we're going to do an anthem or not, but the umpires have made their way to home plate. Coach from the Cigarroa Toros is meeting with head coach of the Grapevine Mustangs, Jimmy Webster. Mustangs are in their white jerseys trimmed in red. Toros are in white trimmed in blue. We're just about ready to get underway here. I understand we have a lot of people watching from back home and also a lot of people from different places around the country. Specifically, just got an inbound text saying that we have a huge viewing audience from Indiana for this game and the next. We appreciate you guys joining us. I know we got people watching back in Grapevine, back in Colleyville, as the Mustangs get ready to start this much anticipated season. As you may recall, the guys that are seniors on this team were 24-2-2 when they were freshmen. The 2 losses came to Hebron, which they avenged later in the season with a victory and a tie, and then a junior varsity squad from Southlake. So there's been a lot of, forward-looking anticipation to see how these guys operate on the field. You might know that the Mustangs have several returning players from last year, including the guy that's starting on the hill today, the Joker, JoJo Kubo. Tonight at the 8 p.m. game against the VR Rangers, a team out of, I think, the Austin area, Dr. K will be on the hill, Dason Hill. And both of these guys made significant pitching contributions last year as the Mustangs made their deep run into the playoffs and stayed at first in the state in the polls for, I guess, at least 6 weeks. Easy 6 weeks, maybe long, including a sweep of Argyle and ultimately go undefeated in district play, 14-0. I've seen these guys battle in the scrimmages that they've played, and some really good teams have come through Grapevine, including most recently Keller Central. And my understanding is, at least from a scrimmage basis, Keller Central was 8-0 coming into that scrimmage. Excuse me, not Keller Central, Keller Timber Creek, right? 6A squad, 8-0 when they came over to Grapevine. And Grapevine played 9 innings and held them scoreless and put, 4 runs on the board, 5 runs. Jay is making sure that I know the stats and stay on point. If anything goes wrong with the scoreboard today, just want to tell you Jay Finnegan is operating it. We've had some issues with the scoreboard during the warm-ups, but everything should be squared away now. This is number 2, Zach Goldstein, the 10th grader, stepping in for the Mustangs here to lead off the 2024 Mustang baseball season. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio. Just to let you know, we don't have instant replay tonight. We don't have the live video intro that we put together. kind of traveled light down here to
Start time for
Laredo.
32.
Goldstein takes the first pitch for a strike.
For your Mustangs, number 2, Zachary Goldstein.
Umpire called it a strike as well on the second pitch. Zach's looking around. He thought he got his bat back. The umpire said he made an offer at it, which really, you know, in terms of squaring around a bunt, is kind of a misconception. It's not whether you get your bat back or not. It's whether you offer at the pitch. Breaking pitch stayed high. Don't know who's on the hill. Do you think, were you able to get any info? Yep, okay. Okay, cool. Let me check who number 2 is for the Toros. 1-2 pitch to Goldstein. Ball's inside. Good battle right here. This kid can get the bat on the ball. He's done a good job in all the scrimmages. Now he's got a shot to kind of prove his mettle here in this leadoff spot for the Mustangs. Fantastic set of teams here. Mustangs have an incredible lineup of games. And there's a ball out to the second baseman. Boy, he may have been safe. He is going to be safe. That's going to be an infield hit. Goldstein got down the line. He was smoking. I can't find the roster that you were, Jay, that you were talking to me about.
Coming up to bat is Gianni Corral, your DH hitter.
Gianni Corral, number 24 for the Mustangs, playing DH right now. Behind the dish is Drew Finnegan for this 3:45 game. Pretty good lead at first base by Goldstein. Now he measures it back a bit. Another first pitch strike by the Toros pitcher. Got to get some info on number 2. No balls, 1 strike. You got that? Yeah. There you go. Oh, that's a rip down the left field line. Going to be fouled by about 10 feet. Gianni just missed a double. Pitcher's ahead in the count here. If he is following the same pattern, I'm sure the dugout's calling the pitches. But if they're following the same pattern, probably going to throw a breaking pitch off the plate here. They try to come back door to Goldstein with 2 strikes. And I don't know what that pitch was, but it only made it about 57 feet, and then it bounced to the catcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach Webster cycling through a couple of signs down there. Gianni wipes out that line for the batter's box. Goldstein shortens up. Fly ball, looks like it's going to be a can of corn for the center fielder. Maybe not. Boy, he struggled a little bit. I'm guessing we got sun to deal with and possibly some wind as well. Lolly Esquivel up, number 21. Man, he and Dayson Hill are pretty tall. This number 21 stands in the box. Probably 6'4", I guess. Got some authority in his swing. Goldstein with a big lead, and he had a great jump, but must have been a little bit of hit and run action because Lolly was not taking. He was squaring through. Coach Webster runs through a set of signs down there at third base. Goldstein had second that time. He had a great lead. I'm not sure they would have thrown him out. Great jump, I should say. Goldstein's out to the cut here. Pretty good lead at first base. He's holding. 2 strikes now on Lolly. I guess we got 1 out with 2 strikes on deck for the Mustangs. Third baseman Ryan Williams, the boss. Goldstein with the same lead. He actually shortened it up a half step. He's gone on the pitch. Lolly grounds it back to the pitcher. And the pitcher backhands it, throws to first base. But the Mustangs advance the runner. And Zach Goldstein, sophomore, standing on second base, potentially to be the first run of the season for the Mustangs. Actually, I was wrong. It's Jarrett Boswell, number 12, the junior. Is that right? Yep, he's been crushing the ball in the scrimmages. They set up outside on him, and they run a pickoff play at second. Nobody's home. Good thing number 2 didn't throw that ball. If he throws it, it's into center field, and Goldstein may have scored because they are playing exceptionally deep on Boswell. Word must have traveled. Center field was very deep. There's a rip right up the middle, and that's going to score the first run of the 2024 season for the Grapevine Mustangs as they go up 1-0 against the Cigarroa Toros. Now stepping in the box, number 9, Ryan Williams. Great swing by Boswell. Smooth, measured, and barreled the pitch right up the middle. Mustangs are ahead. It should be over here somewhere. Find the adapter. The adapter's right there. Look, that big white thing is the adapter. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to probably move a little bit. No, don't move the adapter. Just move the computer. Okay, let's see. There's a rip. Mishandled by the shortstop. Rhino might beat it out. And he's out at first base. Mustangs on the board. We're going to roll here to the bottom.
Batting for your Toros, number 2, Olguin.
Leading off for the Cigarroa Toros, number 2, the pitcher. JoJo down and away with the fastball. The Joker has probably been the most consistent pitcher in the scrimmages for the Mustangs. And there's a fly ball. Looks like somebody's going to have a beat on it. Boozer in right makes the play.
Fly ball up for Olguin. Coming up to bat now, number 7, Mark Flores.
Sorry about the hiccup with the screen. JoJo just missed inside, number 7. Do you have a? That's but that's delayed. Yeah. Now remember that's. Kubo with a great pitch right there, bringing the heat for the Mustangs. Way behind it, number 7. I thought that was a 2-strike. What's the count? Oh, yeah. Got to get back to that. You didn't roll that. You press inning plus. Oh, yeah, okay. Struck him out. 2 outs.
Next to bat, number 13, Barrios.
Don't. No. This is the bottom of the first. It's fixed though. It's just a delay. Headed to right field. Great play by Tatum. He ranges over to his left, cuts the ball off, and throws it to first base. Mustangs 3 up, 3 down. Great job by Kubo. Great job by the defense sitting behind him. Mustangs are coming to bat here in the top of the second, leading this game 1-0.
Now batting for your Mustangs, number 13, Peyton Tatum.
Got to work out the kinks on some of our gear here, but we'll have it corrected. Peyton thought about bunting. Third baseman was playing several feet behind the bag at third. First baseman's pretty deep as well. So is the second baseman. Drag bunt down the line at first might actually yield a hit. Third baseman is up even with the bag now. Peyton takes ball 2 outside. Tatum has hit the ball well in the scrimmages as well. He's gotten the barrel on the ball. Hadn't been fooled too many times. Solid defense. Kind of a fake bunt there with 3-0 count. With a 2-0 count. Ball's away. Toros, third baseman, back even with the bag. There's a strike right on the outer half. Pretty deep in left field, actually, on Peyton. Wow. The umpire called it a strike. I'm not sure what the umpire called it a strike and said he swung. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. That's a very poor call. I know we're not supposed to criticize the officials, but that was a very, very poor call. He didn't offer it the pitch. I wish we had replay working. We don't have it tonight, but we will when we start down the district path. Well, karma has a way of coming back around, and that time it did for number 13 as he took ball outside to head down to first base. Big shout out to Chris Lee and Lee Law Firm, one of the sponsors of Mustang Baseball Live this year. Also to the GHS 10th Man Club, making it possible for us to be down here to bring you these games. Big shout out to my man Art here at the stadium, Unitrade Stadium. Peyton's gone on the pitch. He's still second. Great jump that time. But big shout out to Art. Hooked us up with the feed from behind the plate and actually cut our workload in half for this particular game, and we're very grateful. No. Here's a ball that looks like it's straight to the center fielder. Boozer is retired. Got good bat on it that time. Just got under it a little bit. Had the backspin on it too. It was a good swing.
Now batting, Drew Finnegan, number 7.
Drew Finnegan batting for the Mustangs now. Runner at second base. There's a bunt over to third. Fantastic. Pitcher slips, and Finnegan's going to have an infield hit in his first at bat for the 2024 season. Great bunt that time by Drew Finnegan. Caught the Toros completely asleep. The pitcher came in and tried to make play, but would have had to make a heroic play. Looks like Colin Park, number 5, is over there to run for Drew Finnegan. Brent Lee, the shortstop, at the plate now for the Mustangs. 1 out in the inning. Parks had a pretty good scrimmage season. Probably going on the first pitch. Yes, he is. Take by Brent. Nobody's covering home plate. Peyton Tatum with a heads-up play. Scores from third. The pitcher was napping on that play, and Tatum recognized it immediately. and scored from third base for the Mustangs' second run of the evening. Brent Lee checking the signal from Coach Jimmy Webster, who picked up his 500th win last year. He's down at third base. Colin Park at second. Brent squared the bunt and went right through the pitch with the bat. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how that worked. But the third baseman stayed at home. So if Brent's able to put one down the line at third, he's going to have an infield hit for sure. Would not surprise me if the runner started here. Curveball was a little high and out. And Brent goes down for the second out of the inning. I'm going to go back to the top how. Zach Goldstein. So the Mustangs here in 2 innings have batted around. Strike called. Colin Park with an excellent secondary lead that time, out past the umpire. Might be a good spot to try to steal second base. If something happens, you got Goldstein, a man with a lot of speed leading off the next inning. Park with a reasonable lead at second. Catcher was ready for it that time. When we get back to our district games, my broadcast partner, Jeff Knipper, will join us. And you'll get to hear his silky smooth voice as opposed to my gravelly, sandpaper-ish voice. Pitch outside. You know what? Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the pitcher, and that would be one of those times. He threw an outside off-speed, looked like a changeup that was on the outside black. Definitely a pitch to swing at, but it was a super well-executed pitch for that particular count. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Goldstein. Tell you what, that's paying attention to the umpire the entire game because that pitch was close. And they've got, I didn't realize that they were keeping track of speed. That pitch came in at 80 miles an hour. And I'm being told by Jay Finnegan, who's been watching here, that the pitcher really hadn't hit anything above 82 or 83 yet. And that was a 68 mile an hour changeup in the, it got a lot of dirt coming down the chute. Huge lead at second base for Colin Park. Huge lead, yeah, he's got an extra step from previously. Thanks, Tatum. I appreciate it. I get the real-time feedback from some of the folks out in the listening audience. Colin Park at second base. Our graphic for the runners is not working tonight. Colin Park at second base. Goldstein at the plate. And he takes ball 4, and he'll be at first base for the second time this evening in 2 plate appearances. So now number 24, Gianni Corral, had a great season for the Mustangs last year. Involved in some really big innings. Pickoff play at second. You're not going to fool Colin Park. Not going to fool many Mustangs. I think their base running skills have been very, very excellent during the scrimmage season. Nice off-speed pitch, 69 mile an hour pitch. Gianni had a hard time holding back on that one, swung right through it. big hole on the right. If he can keep his hands back, I mean, huge lead at first for Goldstein. The second baseman is standing on second. Gianni's got a lot of real estate over there, and the pitcher just threw him an outside pitch. If it was anywhere near the plate, that ball's going through the hole. Yeah. Two balls, one strike. Gianni, little up. So Goldstein and Gianni have tested the upper bounds of the umpire's strike zone down here. You know, this is a nice field. They've got a big screen out here in right center where, you know, we're actually getting a feed from them on what's on that screen. Inside pitch right there. I thought it glazed his jersey on the way by, but this is a fantastic stadium for high school baseball. They don't have measurements out in center field, and actually I think this is a minor league ballpark. AAA is what I'm being told. Looks like a, I don't know, wooden fence. Reminds me of Grapevine out there in the outfield in terms of the fence all the way around. It's the Grapevine green color. But it's definitely not the, it doesn't look like it's as high as a Grapevine fence. That could be an optical illusion. And I guess there's turf, right? We're dealing with turf. 100% turf except for the bases, the plate, and the mound. And that's going to be, wow, a little bit nonchalant on that. Probably closer than it should have been at second base. Anyway, hey, that's 3 outs, but the Mustangs scratch again. Take a 2-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the second. Grapevine Mustangs 2, Cigarroa Toros 0. You're listening to Mustangs Baseball Live on Tradio.
On the second inning, coming up to bat are your Cigarroa Toros. The score is 2-0.
The Joker on the hill for the Mustangs now. As we head to the bottom of the second. I don't know who's not playing with a sense of urgency, but it's taking a while to get that batter into the box. Shadow has shifted out. He's just on the edge of the pitching mound. So the batter is going to see sunlight. That ball hit him right on his elbow guard, I think. The batter is going to see a flash when the ball leaves the pitcher's hand, and then it's going to be in the shadows. Got to be tough to hit in that situation.
Floor is hit by pitch, now batting number 16,
Got to see some of that consistency, Joker. 2 balls, no strikes. Missed inside with pitch. If I was down on the field, I'd be yelling, take a good leg kick. Forget about the guy at first. That was pretty good. Yes, sir. Got the called strike from the guy behind the dish. Had some comments on the chat just then. Hey, you guys, be sure to join that $2.99 membership. Yes, I'm pumping the emojis that I made. Throw over to first. Pretty close. Guy wasn't expecting a throw over, and JoJo has one of the best moves on the Mustangs team. Let's watch the umpire. There were some comments on the chat about the umpire and his positioning. I can tell you that this bunt call back on Tatum, I guess at the top, right at the beginning of the top of the second, was just a ridiculous call. Wow, where was that one? Was that outside? We don't have the best view. I thought this would be a great view up here in the club area where we're watching the game from. Runner takes off. That's going to be a fly ball, and that ball's going to be down in left field. Lally tracks it down, gets it into Brent Lee. Throw over to second base, and Cigarroa scratches on the board and scores their first run to make it 2-1 Mustangs. Nobody out here, runner on second base, and it looks like that's the catcher that was down at second because number 9 comes in to run for him.
Now batting number 3, F. Nunez.
Also, one of the best inside moves on the team is JoJo Kubo. Brent Lee backs off, and there's a little tap. Boswell took some steps towards it, but it's not a play that he was going to make unless he was superhuman. I mean, he would have had to been the Flash and Superman all at once. Yeah, so Jay Finnegan's up here with me keeping the score, which we appreciate. Hopefully, we're having some trouble with the scoreboard staying on the screen. I know when we switch from one angle to the other, the scoreboard's coming down, and just got to figure out exactly what that setting is. Another base hit to left field off the Joker. Lally catches the ball, gets it in rapidly to Ryan Williams, and Cigarroa has a rally brewing here with nobody out in the bottom of the second. Runners on first and third. And the Toros have strung together a couple hits, a walk, threatening to do more damage. Don't see anybody down in the pen for the Mustangs. In fact, I don't see where the pen is. Nice pitch that time by the Joker. Up and away in the strike zone. Mustangs actually playing kind of shallow in the outfield. Center field's shallow a bit. Almost caught the guy at third base with his head down. JoJo's pretty heady on the mound with the runners. Another pitch. Another strike. Batter was frustrated on that one. Kind of stomped his front foot down in disgust, but the same pitch that was called the previous time. No balls, 2 strikes. Wouldn't surprise me if the runner goes from first here. He's holding. That's got to be strike 3. Yes, sir. Wow, those first 2 pitches were a different speed than that one. JoJo reached back and found a different gear and just threw it right by him. And that's the kind of command and control that Joe is capable of. Mustangs being out hit 2-1, but lead the game 2-1. Tried to go back to the exact same spot. Missed it just a little bit to the outside. 1 ball. Threw it right by him. I don't know where they are in their lineup, but number 11 was way behind that one. Not that it matters in high school where you're batting. Double play, how about that? How about that? Let's go with a 3-6-3 double play, and let's roll out of the inning. Mustangs still ahead, 2-1. We're going to the top of the 3rd. You are watching Mustang Baseball Live on Trading.
After 2 complete, we have Grapevine 2, Cigarroa 1. Be advised we have a concession stand behind the first base dugout.
Live baseball from Unitrade Stadium in Laredo, Texas, where the Mustangs are playing the first game of their 2024 baseball season. Jarrett Boswell, first baseman, who keyed the 3-6-3 double play in the bottom of the 2nd, is going to lead off the 3rd. Isn't that the way it always happens? I mean, I guess mathematically there's always a shot, but Boswell fielded that ball, didn't even hesitate, going down to second base, and Brent Lee turned it smoothly. Boswell with a hit first time up, right up the middle, had a line drive. He represents the only Mustang hit. I guess they didn't give, they should have had 2 hits. They should have given, I think Finnegan's should have been a hit on that bunt. So the board might be wrong here. Boswell staring at a 3-0 count. High probability that he's going to be taking a pitch here in this game. Mustangs need base runners to kind of distance themselves on the score. Ball's outside. That pitch was 76 miles an hour. The same pitcher that started for the Toros, number 2, is on the hill. Wind feels like it's blowing in. I'm looking at the flags out in left center. It's actually got a significant clip on it, so anything that's up in the air is probably going to hang up there and get caught. Toros are playing very deep relative to the Mustangs for sure. The right fielder is out and on the loop out there that we're taking to get to the hotel. He's way out there. Center fielder is shifted over very far to left center. That ball hit him. Yep, Rhino's going to be down at first base. Hit by pitch. I don't know why the center fielder's playing so far to the if you're standing at home plate, he's playing way to the left of the second base bag. They spell the word Laredo in center field, centered up, so the E's kind of in the middle or the front part of the E. He's all the way in the L. God, there's a huge monster gap for the left-hander Tatum. If Tatum hits one to the O in Laredo, he's going to be running until he runs out of gas. But there's 2 runners on, and what this means is he might be bunting here. Gosh, look at that gap. I mean, that is a huge gap. Maybe Tim Polster can give us a shot of that gap in right center, but incredible. Another pitch outside. Tatum's going to make him earn it. 2 balls, no strikes. Let's see what Coach Webster does here. Tatum's in the driver's seat. Here's a bunt. Unfortunately, back to the pitcher. He's not going to make a play. He slipped again. He hurt himself. The umpires are going to let the coach come out and check him. I don't think the guy's wanting to stay in the game anymore. He's got the body language like, get me out, coach. Coach is saying, no way, man. Get back on the hill and gut it up. Well, I think that may go down as an error. That ball wasn't hit to the gap. That ball was hit right back to the pitcher. And he slipped trying to make the play. Yeah, I would probably give him that an E1 myself. So I agree with that call. Bases loaded, nobody out. Number 8, Brady Boozer up for the Mustangs. Boozer, standout football player for the Mustangs as well in the fall. Did a very good job on defense. One of the impact players in the defensive secondary for the Mustangs. Had a pick against Colleyville Heritage. Then also had a scoop and score. There's a run. Mustangs going to score a run. We're in a minor league park with a ton. That's really not the adjective I wanted to use, but I'm going to have to catch myself. There is a ton of space behind the catcher, and if you don't block the ball, runners are going to run. So that third run comes in for the Mustangs. Boozer had a scoop and score. I think it was against O.D. Wyatt? No, Southwest. It was against Southwest over in Fort Worth. There's another one. Got by the catcher. Mustangs going to score a 4th run on a pass ball by the Cigarroa catcher. Toros. That's 2 balls to Brady. I'm sure he's got the swing away here. They still have that gap in right center, although the center fielder is now playing straight away. Left field is shifted over quite a bit toward the line. Right fielder is, I think the right fielder is much closer to where you would play kind of a standard right field position. But the center fielder, he shifts over now. He's back over to the L in Laredo. Oh my gosh. Brady gets one. He might be giving the swing here on 3-0. What's the count? Did I have it? Did the board have it wrong? Maybe it's 3-1. Just got under it. That's why I guess that's why the center fielder was hanging out at the L. He took the ball away from the left fielder. That seems like that ought to be a left fielder's play. Boozer flies out, and the Mustangs have one out. Who is this, number 7? This is Drew Finnegan coming to the plate, getting the start today on opening day for the Mustangs here in Laredo. Got another game tonight, folks, an 8 p.m. game. Dr. K will be on the hill for the Mustangs. Finney squares around. He gonna drop it down. Let's see what they do with it. It stays on the line. Just at the last moment, took a revolution. What I will say, I mean, we're looking at each other up here in the booth, but what I will say is that the umpire was right on top of it. He came out from behind the plate, so I guess, you know, that's the call. I don't know. We didn't have a good angle up here for sure, because we're if you look at the second baseman, draw a line from the second baseman to the home plate and then bring it right up to the press box, that's where we're sitting. So we're too high up to understand exactly about that play. One and one. Two balls, one strike now. This could be the time that Finnegan does the bunt again. The third baseman's playing pretty deep, really. A step behind the bag. First baseman's deep. There's a square. Ball gets by the catcher, and Ryan, is that Ryan Williams? No, that's Peyton Tatum. And Tatum comes in to score the 5th run for the Mustangs. 5-1 now. We're in the top of the 3rd. Mustangs only have one hit. A Jarrett Boswell line drive in the top of the 1st to drive in the 1st run. He smoked it too, to the center fielder. Finney takes one up. The upper bound of the strike zone for this umpire, and now it's 3-2. See, the umpires learn too. They've got to give the catchers any of those line pitches, or else they won't get protected. they'll get hit. Brent Lee steps in for the Mustangs. One out here. Whataburger is the signature sponsor down here for this Border Olympics tournament, and also the Sports Commission for the City of Laredo, I believe, is the organization. Talked to the tournament director, Manolo, and he said that this tournament's been going on since, I think, 1935 or some crazy. They're almost 100 years old down here, and now it's one of the biggest high school. That's base hit. Runner's going to go all the way to third base, and Brent Lee reaches out and takes the outside fastball and just pokes it into right field for the Mustangs' 2nd hit of the day. Colin Park, who had gone in to run for Drew Finnegan, touches second and ends up at third base. We're going to roll the order again. Zach Goldstein back. Wind still coming in at a pretty brisk clip. I guess Brent's going to go here on the first pitch, I would assume. Nope. Delay still. How about that? There we go. Delayed still. Catcher threw the ball without actually planting his feet because he didn't know. I don't think he had seen that before. And Brent held up to see what would happen with the ball. He was obviously going to get in a rundown to get that run in, you know, if something happened. But the ball got under the shortstop's glove. Here's a square that time by Goldstein. I think the Mustangs are putting pressure on the defense. Not a lot of hits. 2 hits. 6 runs, though, because they're putting pressure on the defense and they're making the defense make plays. Yeah, so Jay's giving me some information about the Cigarroa Toros coach. He was in his first season as a head coach last year, and that's a base hit. Nobody's going to throw that guy out. And Goldstein that's a perfect bunt. That's just like he's been doing all of the preseason, all the scrimmages. I mean, just a great job. That's why he's a leadoff. He can control the bat, and he gets on base. Not afraid to bunt. You get on base, that's what they're looking for. Runners on the corner again with 1 out. Corral, I'm sure Goldstein's going to go at some point, maybe not on the first pitch. Oh, that's a rip. Corral turns on one and gets it down the gap. It's going to get by the left fielder. Goldstein's going to score all the way from first base. Corral's going to end up at second base with a double. Nothing cheap about that one either. Turned his hips and just drove it down the line. Toros coach in his second year as a head coach comes out of the dugout to talk to his pitcher. Mustangs scored 2 runs on that and are leading now 8-1. Only have 3 hits. So the Mustangs have timely hits.
Now pitching for your Cigarroa Toros, number 7.
Some significant base running. Put some pressure on the defense, and defense actually made some errors that contributed to the Mustangs scoring. I mean, I don't see any errors on the board, but you got to give a hit or an error when the ball's put in play, or fielder's choice. And there were a few times where there were some plays that I don't think were fielder's choices. So I don't know what they're doing here with scoreboard action. But the Toros make a change, and the Cigarroa head coach is going against one of the seasoned head coaches in Texas high school football, Texas high school baseball. Jimmy Webster. Coach Webster picked up his 500th win early in the season last year and proceeded to take the Mustangs to the regional finals, or regional semis. Regional semis or regional finals? I can't remember. Regional finals. And, regional semis, because Argyle came in and won the region against Lubbock Cooper. Lubbock Cooper and Mustangs locked horns down at Tarleton for 3 playoff games. But Coach Webster led the team, I think, to over 30 wins last year. I want to say 32. Does that sound about right? 32 wins? And first place ranking in 5A for at least 6 weeks. Could have been longer than that, because at the end of the district season, maybe the last 2 weeks, they were number 1. A lot of great players on that team last year. A lot of seniors, some that went on to play baseball, some that didn't, that were just fantastic leaders and set good examples for the entire dugout. A lot of selfless guys on that team that had particular roles to fill or fulfill. And they did a great job. Here's Lolly Esquivel. First pitch from a new pitcher, and it misses high and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Gianni Corral is at second base. Normally, Gianni, when he's catching, he's in the dugout. He doesn't necessarily run all the time, but he is out there right now. Lolly takes one for a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mustangs have 1 out here in the top of the third. Ball misses down. 2-1. This is the pitch he's going to get the hit right here. Huge gap in right field. Huge gap on the right side of the infield. That's a foul ball. Not fair ball. Fair ball. Wow. I think Coach Washburn gets does get an assist. He pointed fair. That ball was 4 feet foul. Yeah, no, that was actually, he should get an award on that one. Yeah. I think of course, be real tough for somebody to overrule that one. But, hey, Mustangs will take it. Base hit in the books for Lolly. Scored a run. Strike on the outside corner.
RBI for Esquivel, now batting number 12, Jared Boswell.
Boswell, he got that one over the right fielder. Right fielder never saw it. Had no idea. That's going to be an in-the-park home run, possibly. He'll get a triple out of it. Yep. Lolly will score from first base. The sun is very difficult out there in right field. The only thing you can do, that's a triple over the right fielder's head. You know what? I don't think the right fielder catches it, even if he sees the ball. That guy Boswell just crushed it. It was like a two-hopper to the fence. It hit the warning track, I think. I mean, he nailed it. He nailed it. So even if he saw it off the bat, I'm not sure he gets to it. Mustangs have put 8 on the board here, top of the third, enjoying a 10-1 lead. This time they do have 5 hits to the Toros 3. Or excuse me, Toros have 2. And we've got, I think this is Rhino batting, Ryan Williams. Takes it high for 1 ball. Boswell at third base. The ball was hit too hard, really, in a, straight back for him to get an in-the-park home run. He would have had to put it in the corner down there, I guess. 2 straight high ones for Ryan Williams. It's a dangerous spot for the pitcher. I mean, Ryan Williams can put one out there to left center and be running for days. He's already gotten a home run here in the preseason. Oh, he missed that one. But he went to the right side and drove in a run. Pretty selfless play right there. They'll pick up the 9th run for the Mustangs in the top of the third. Peyton Tatum back to the plate.
Now batting Peyton Tatum.
Umpire in the field jogs over to the A position, so he can be in the right spot. Tatum takes one on the outside half. 67-mile-an-hour pitch. Yeah, they do. So in case you're wondering, 10-run lead, I think, in the 5th inning is what the differential is that's required. Tatum just off on that one. Ball goes up, almost takes out our cameraman. Almost takes out the camera dude. Sitting over there in the elevated perch. Nice Tradio shirt. Trying not to smile here. That's base hit right at the middle. Nothing but hands and barrel. Great job by number 13, Peyton Tatum. I believe that's 2 hits for him today. Right fielder, Brady Boozer, getting ready to step in there.
Now batting Brady Boozer, number 8.
Boozer hits one hard to center field, and the center fielder this time was playing on the D in Laredo, camped out underneath it, and makes the play. Boozer gave it a charge, but it stayed in range, and the center fielder caught it coming in. Hey, but how about this for success? 9 runs on 5 hits. 9 runs on 5 hits. Mustangs extend the lead. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. You're watching Mustangs baseball live, and the Mustangs are playing live baseball with a 10-run lead. It's 11-1. We're heading to the bottom of the 3rd. For these guys to catch up as
Now
long
batting
as
for your Toros,
make them earn.
Grapevine, number 18.
That pitch was pretty close, I thought. Joker found the strike zone on that one. 82 miles an hour. Looked like a cutter. I think JoJo probably can tip up into the 87 range. Throws an 81-mile-an-hour fastball on the missed the plate on the inside. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike now to the Toros, number 18. I don't know his name. Don't think he's been up yet today. And misses on JoJo's 82-mile-an-hour fastball that he kept down. Let's get a good leg kick here, Joe. Leg kick and drive right here. 3-2 pitch coming up by the Joker. Yes! Got him! Yes! Finney fires it down to Ryan Williams, over to Brent Lee, then to Tatum, back to Williams, and over back to the Joker as he records a K here in the bottom of the third. Great way to answer after putting 9 on the board in the top half. Lead off, number 2, who started on the mound, and JoJo opens him up with a breaking pitch. I'm assuming the pitches are being called from the dugout.
Now batting COE, number 2.
Really? So I'm being told that to speed things along, Grapevine's using radio technology instead of pitches in the dugout being called by taps or anything like that, that the coach can radio exactly the pitch he wants to the catcher. And I didn't realize we were using that new technology. That's fantastic. 3 balls, 1 strike. Let's see what we get. Ground ball to B. Lee, who makes the throw, and digging it out of the dirt like a pro is Jarrett Boswell at first base.
Well, he grounds out to the shortstop. Coming up to bat, number 7, R. Floaters.
Joker threw that one right on the outer half. Just kind of placed it right into the mitt. Kind of belt high. Just kind of daring him to hit it. Off speed, right down the plate. How are you going to hit that? That's a 72 mile an hour. It's going to drop for a hit in right field. Yeah, I thought that he wasn't really busting it down the line. And, in a different situation, if it wasn't 11-1, maybe if it was tight, you come up and gun him at first base. Really don't like the fact that the umpire flinched that time. I mean, he's got shoes, he's got shin guards. I can see from here he's got inside chest protector. I'm assuming he's protected everywhere he needs to be. And he just totally flinched on that ball that came in at the dirt. And these are steel-toed shoes he's got on. Shouldn't require him to jump out of the way. Did it again. Moved his head. And I don't know if that ball snaps back over. How are you going to call it? Yep, I guess I better be careful here. I don't want to get in trouble with Texas umpires. But, man, you got to keep your head in one place. Can't call a pitch if you don't. There's a ground ball to Tatum. He vacuums it up and throws it over to first base for the 3rd out of the inning. 83 mile an hour fastball. Joker does the job. And we're going to roll here to the top of the 4th. Your score on Mustangs Baseball Live. Need a few more runs for the Mustangs to start doing some rotation, I think.
Now batting Drew Finnegan, number 7.
Looks like the lights just came on at the stadium, kind of pick up some of that shadow. Ball's thrown behind Finney on that one. He raises his hand like, what? What was that one about? He raises his left hand. It's kind of funny, like, come on, dude. Well, I'm a catcher too. What are you calling? So he plants and got a pitch in the outside corner. We just don't have a good view. Him suffering from some parallax here or something, because that looked like it was way outside. Sitting on a 3-1 count here. Finney can look for a pitch. He can be pretty selective. Look for it in a spot. Turn on it if he gets it, and he got it. Or at least he got one that he wanted. Swung through it. Tough to tell where he was. Looked like he went right through it, actually. It's full count. Hit one to our guy who was playing just off the A in Laredo in center field. And he makes the catch for the first out by the Toros defense here in the top of the 4th. Brent Lee takes one in the lower back. Actually, it may have hit him in the upper hip. The padded area. I don't know exactly what I should call it, but looks like nonetheless he's at first base with 1 out. I assume we might be on a station-to-station situation here. Coach may not be sending them anymore in terms of stealing. Maybe not. Who knows? I mean, we haven't got the game in hand yet. Things are looking up, though. Looked like he didn't stop his windup that time. Rolled right on through. That should have been a balk. If he does it again, maybe the umpires are awake and see it. See, that is a balk. Can't believe they didn't. He just rolling his hands right on through. You got to come to a noticeable stop. Change of direction is not considered a stop. Man, now they're going to upset me. Now that's a pause, right? Three balls, 1 strike. That ball's going to be. Oh, that's a great play right there. He's going to get a double play. Nope, he's not. Oh. Okay, let's see what we got. I think, what are they going to call here? Did they catch the fly ball? Yeah, they're going to say he's out. Okay. Brent Lee's okay at first base. Now, if it had ended up being a ball that hit the ground, Zach would have been out for running past the runner. They could have turned a double play in that situation too, because Brent was headed back to first. So anyway, that's a crazy play. We'd love to I think we'll love to dissect that one on my members only top secret evaluation videos. Corral steps in, number 24. Last time up, he ripped one down the left field line, drove in 2 runs. I think it was left field line. He put one over right field. That's probably down. That guy doesn't see it. He doesn't know where it is. Sun is way too difficult out there. Johnny's going to be at third. Not even hesitating. And that's a clean triple. Corral with a big day at the plate in this game. Mustangs 12, Toros 1. They may have some tournament rules about a lead after 4 innings or a lead after 3. My guess is, you know, a significant lead after 4 in these tournaments where they have games coming up afterwards. They're probably going to roll. You know, it's probably a 12-run lead or something like that after 4. 15 after 3. 12 after 4. That guy's in. Nobody's covering home. Gianni takes advantage of the situation to score the Mustangs' 13th run. 13 runs, 7 hits for the Mustangs. 1 run, 3 hits for Toros. And the Joker has all the buffer he needs. There's a ball hit over to the right side by Lally. And he is out. And it'll be Mustangs 13, Grapevine Mustangs 13, Cigarroa Toros 1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th on Mustangs Baseball Live. Back with you live here now. Mustangs enjoying a 12-run lead. In for the Mustangs now in right field, number 15, Connor Bell, who gives Brady Boozer a rest. Everything else for the Mustangs is the same. Joker is still on the mound here. And he throws a strike. There's no way that guy was going to hit that pitch. JoJo reached back and put an 83-mile-an-hour fastball right over the outer half of the plate, right to the mid. Great frame by Finnegan. Breaking pitch stayed up. I gotta get more information on this technology that they have. I guess it's a headset that the catcher has from kind of somewhat like they use in the major leagues, I suppose. And, there's a rip. Wow, that's be extra bases. That ball's going to get through. Goldstein's going to try to cut it off, and he does a great job cutting it off. He may actually have a play at second base. Unreal. Good speed by the center fielder from the Mustangs, but actually, let's tip our hat to number 10. He did not look good on that first pitch, and he got the same fastball again, and he drilled it into the left center field gap. Toros, number 10, on second base. I'm really impressed with his swing that time. And this is the catcher, I believe. Catcher hit one down the left field line over Lolly's head earlier in the game. So JoJo's going to have to be a little smart here in terms of where he pitches him. off-speed pitch, 70 miles an hour, comes across down to Finnegan. Nobody out in the inning. Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. I'm up here with Jay Finnegan, and comment was made that JoJo's had a lot of time between innings because of the offensive outburst by the Mustangs. And I don't know where that pitch was. It looked good from up here. The thing is that we cannot see up and down worth a flip where we are. That's the downside of sitting so high. I mean, plus side is we can see the entire field. Downside is we can't see up or down for the plate. That ball's a strike, isn't it? Nope. Wow. Even JoJo had a little body language on that. Like, where was that pitch? Toros have 2 runners on now with nobody out. Home plate umpire signals to the guy on the bases that the infield fly rule is in effect. And, of course, if you listen to my broadcasts, you know that that is the case. Runners on first and second or bases loaded with less than 2 outs, and you got an infield fly rule. And what that basically is fly ball that can be caught by someone on the infield without extraordinary effort. Automatically it's granted, and the reason the infield fly rule exists is so a player cannot drop the ball intentionally and be able to turn a double play. And that's why you have to have at least runners on first and second, because if it was just a runner on first base, the guy from home that hit the ball should be running it out to first base. So anyway, one ball, one strike now. Big lead at first base. We're playing behind him though. Wow, huge secondary by the guy at second. I'm not sure if he realizes that every catcher we have on the field, in the dugout, or anywhere else has a pop time that can throw him out on that lead, on that secondary. 2 strikes now. JoJo, bring the heat. Got him. Toast. Ooh. Threw it too high. Joe put his head down. He knew he threw it too high. Boy, the dugout paid attention. They saw that secondary lead and reacted to it. I think it caught Joe off guard. I think he didn't realize how big a lead that dude had. Guy's not doing it this time. Worked exactly the way it was supposed to. 84 miles an hour, and number 3 just slaps at it, fouls it. Runners on first and second for the Toros. Our indicator for runners is not working. That should be, wow. Oh my gosh. Come on, we're gonna have to like look at a replay on that one. Unbelievable. Okay, 3 balls and 2 strikes. We need a double play ball. Joe, give him something to hit on the ground. Strike 3, it's gotta be. Boom. Yes, sir. Another K for the Joker. As he preps us for the game tonight at 8 o'clock, please be sure to join us again on Tradio. The second pitcher that contributed last year in a big way, Dr. K. Dason Hill will be on the mound for the Mustangs tonight as they take on the VR Rangers. VR High School out of, I think it's near Austin. It is going to be a smackdown. So if you normally watch wrestling on Friday night, you normally watch a smackdown, come on over to our YouTube channel and see some baseball smackdown, because that's what we're going to be dealing with Dr. K on the hill. JoJo threw it right by him. He didn't even move till the ball was in the mitt. I thought it was 2 strikes. I guess I got it wrong. Is he right? 1 ball, 1 strike. Got 1 out. All right, here we go, Joker. Boom, right down the gut. See, that was 2 strikes. I mean, I think the 1-1 was up. Well, I thought it was 2 strikes too. That guy, he did as well. And I think somebody missed the pitch. I think it's the guy behind the plate. Wow, got to hand it to him. That's pretty quick hands on that break pitch. But here's the thing, he's changed his timing up. Now he's going to bring that heat and, you know, just throw it right on the outer half. Dare him to hit it. Runners on first and second. 1-2 pitch. Well, he did go to the outer half on him. And number 15 battled. Got to give him credit for that one.
A little over the foul ball. Right behind the first base dugout, please.
Two balls, 2 strikes now, the Joker. Trying to lock this one down. That ball's outside, backhanded by Finnegan behind the plate. 3-2, 1 out. I don't expect the runners to be going. And this is their opportunity to try to put something together. They have 4 hits, but only 1 run. Mustangs are able to turn 7 hits into 13 runs. JoJo playing the mind games with the runners. Real appreciative to Unitrade Stadium today as they let us take their camera feed from behind the plate. Wow, look at that. Second baseman drops in. There's going to be a big-time play. If Peyton Tatum got over, because the runner on second thinks that he needs to get off as far as Brent. And that leaves it open for Tatum to drop in. Strike 3, swinging. The Joker rings up another K. We don't have the K meter active today.
Coming next to bat, number 9, Ochoa.
But we will have the K meter for our district games. How many do we have stats on Joker? How many Ks has he got? 5 Ks. 65 pitches, 5 Ks. Not bad. Wow. 1 walk and 5 Ks. Not a bad day at the office for the Joker. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Mustangs may have gotten a call there. That was a little bit. That was a great frame by Drew down there, but batter was not happy on that one, obviously. So I'm going to tell you the play that'll work right now, because the guy on second, he continues to extend. He continues to get bigger. And I guess he can't do it because of where Peyton's playing right now. But if Tatum was a little closer, instead of an inside move, I think you do the flip around, you know. On a timing play. Strike? Yes, good pitch. Looked like a cutter. Stayed up a bit, 81-mile-an-hour cutter. Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hammer down right here, Joker. Yeah, got it. Swinging. How about it, Mustangs?
That is the ball game.
That's the ball game.
Grapevine Mustangs.
So I guess the Mustangs do the deal.
Cigarroa,
Open the season with a 13-1 victory over the Cigarroa Toros. Listen, join us later on when we bring it to you again from Laredo. And Dr. K's on the hill. Dason Hill is on the hill. And we'll talk to you then. Enjoyed having you. Enjoyed bringing you the game. You're watching Mustangs Baseball Live on Tradio.
If we could start before 6:30, we would appreciate it. 6:30, before 6:30.
FTV. Off air. Off air. Thank you.
Your next game will be Edinburgh Sabercats against Pasadena